Bienvenue to Le Café Craft. Okay. There's a million thing happening and there's a million thing not happening. So here we go. Round on that specific video that I recorded, and when I got interrupted all the time, whatever happened, I just watch it and it was just like I wouldn't have been able to do whatever I already did. I mean, that's how stupid that was. So X that. So I retaped the video and oh my gosh, it was so well explained that, ooh, great video. Well, unfortunately, the camera didn't turn on. So this is take 3 and we just sure hope that this one is gonna work. So if you're watching it, yeah, it worked. All right, this being said, go back to what we were before. We were doing the little it's in the box thing, and I had the little traveler notebook in it, and those are gone. There's gone. But there was the one that was mine, this one, that I keep for my stuff. And my stuff is all the little sketches and notes and this and that and pieces of paper that, oh, I like that paper, I want to use that, I never remember I have it. So the best way for me to do that is to put it in a string journal, because I can put them in and I can take them out. So this is, for example, this is that piece I cut out of a magazine and I slide in there. There is a little note that I got of things that I got to do. I got this, that's for a project. I just paper clip it because I know I want to use that. I got pages that I can open. That's the other side of my little thing here. I got the mask because I wanted to do, the traveler notebook. And I've thought like, oh, I got to remember I got this old atlas that I used. So that was good. And I can take that off now, actually. I have this paper. So this paper is really cool. That's like, okay, if you care to know. It was a thesis from the 50s or whatever. And it was printed on, it was typed. I really like the typo. And it's a really thick, nice paper. So anyway, and I want to use that, so I'm keeping it here. Anyway, I got bunches of different, I got blank pages. I got this I want to use too. I got the other side of my map. I got this paper that I want to use. I always forget. Well, anyway, so this is, I'm going to show you what it looks like because this is what we're going to do. Now, there is Caterina Giglio has a really nice tutorial about string book. We are not doing that quality string book, I can tell you that. This is the on-the-go string. You see why I like it? I can take everything out. I can redo it whichever way I want. I love it. Okay, so this is, we're gonna put it down to the bone, bare to the bone. String book, so you see where I'm going with this. I love it. I can put things in, I can put things out, I can do whatever I want to do. How about that? That's totally, it was made, that system was invented just for me. So I got to say on that. Because I change my mind all the time. I keep writing things on pieces of paper that I don't know where they are. So, and then I put pockets here, right? This is what it looks like. This is so easy to make. It's even easier for me because it's going to be the, 10th time I'm doing it. So if you're tempted, if you want to do something like that, if you're new to journal and, it's like freaking out about the spine and the whole thing, that's for you. That is cool. And if you did the box thing, you can make them to fit in your box just perfect, right? So that's what we're doing. Okay. So now let me put all this away, and the supplies are gonna be just like cool and handy supplies that we all have. All right, so we take the old green hanging folder, right? That's a good start. We cut this, we cut that. Actually, I think I cut one already. You keep those. And the reason why you keep those is if you take this thing out with your fish knife that you should have by now, right? You have this. And this is such a cool border. See? How cool, right? So you do keep those because we keep everything. Okay, so you cut this, right? You're done. Now, if you can use any folder you have. This is not the point. I need, okay, those measurements are going to be my measurement. You can do whatever measurement you want. I mean, don't do a gigantic thing, but, you know. Measurement I need is 2 inches, so I got the same than that, right? Okay, height is going to be the inside of the box height. For me, it can be whatever height you want. If, I'm going to be all over the place with that thing. If you want to take a regular piece of 8.5 by 11, whatever that is, right? Okay, and you want to do, okay, I don't want to cut anything. I just want to do this thing, right? If you want to do that, then you do have your height right here and your width. The width doesn't really matter. The height, whichever height you have, you're gonna have to put like a 1/4 inch more on each side, right? Got that? Got that. I mean, that's pretty important. Whichever height you wanna have, okay, you're gonna have to add a 1/4 inch here and there, which is gonna be like another 1/2 inch because the string is gonna be here and there, and you want those to slide in the string. Yes, yes. Okay, so we get that covered. I'm not doing those measurements, but I figure, you know, I'll let you know. So if you're using this folder, and if you're doing what I'm doing, you cut those things here, and then you will notice that here you have 2 inches. You know those little fold in the middle? That's 2 inches. I mean, pretty much, yep, 2 inches, okay? Just keep that in mind. Anyway, so you cut your folder. So you cut these things like so, preferably straight, but you know how that goes. All right, then you take your height. My specific case, this is how I'm gonna measure. It's from the inside, but you know, whichever height you need. About here, what is this pencil here? I don't really care for those pencils, but anyway. So that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is this what I need? I need 8.5. No, so about 8. Yeah, 8 is right. I mean, it's right for me. Okay, so whichever height you need, this is what you do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 right here. We're cutting here. Oh my gosh, I cut so many folders. This is not even funny. 8. Oops. Come here, you. Alright, got it. Alright, now I'm gonna fold. There's 2 inches right there. See those little score lines that you have in the middle of your folders? If you're using a green folder, if not, well, you know, measure whatever you need for your spine, right? If you're putting in a box, you need to measure this. That's what you're gonna need. All right, so that's, I know for a fact this is 2 inches, and there is 2 inches score line, which are like so handy, because I'm gonna score here and there. Preferably, you know, straight. All right, so now I have the beginning of a book. Right. Now I need to measure the width. I'm gonna measure the width of my box from the spine, and it is right right here. Okay, a little bit, tiny little bit less, right? Because, you know, we have thickness of things and all of that. So how much I got? Maybe I can round it up. 5.5. 5.5 it is. So 5.5, which becomes 7.5 because I got, becomes 6.5 because I have 1 extra inch here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5. Yeah, how about that? We can add, we can subtract, we can do anything we want. So a little bit less. So this way, you know, we make sure. All right. All right. So here we have it. How's that look? Looks good to me. Okay, so that's our frame right here. I think I like that color better. You know, they have different shades. This way, I like that better, right? Yeah, okay. So this, I mean, eventually maybe you're gonna cover it, so what do I know? Where are those things that I cut? This is gonna be too small. All right, you need to have 2 strips of 2 inches. And I cut so many folders that I should maybe have 2 strips of 2 inches, but maybe not. You have 2 inches strips anywhere. I mean, that would be the day I don't. That's about right. Let me see if it closes, because see, that's the main thing. Does it close it? Yeah, it does. All right. Ooh. So you need 2 strips of that. I need to cut right here. So whatever width your spine is, your will be spine, you need 2 strips of that. And is there a reason for it? Oh, you bet there is. Okay, 1 and 2. Okay. Now, if you want a mat, you know, and cover it, go ahead, right? Do it now. You can do whatever you want. Now, this one, what did I do? I made several, okay? So mine here, I did, you know, I matched with some paper. I put a pocket here, pocket there, another extra little pocket here. Here, I put a pocket. Yeah, those are things I want to work on, right? And I'm at here. On this side, I put some tissue paper background, a different tissue paper for the spine, and then I did a collage like on both sides. Okay? So that's when you do that. This and that is later on. Okay, I got this one that I made. And also, if you're gonna want to, the second one, not the first one, but the second one where we're gonna thread, if you wanna, I covered this one with the same tissue paper that I did this. Other option, this one that I made with postcard. You remember I was doing the, I had that already matted box. I made it a postcard, and I can put it in your pocket. I can put some stamps on it. I thought it looked cool, right? And then, so this one, I only put stamps on the spine. I put a little, that's what we're gonna do today. Put a little thing like that. You don't have to. You can put a ribbon. You can put nothing for that matter. And then, so you can pull it out, right? And I just matted the 2 sides, and it was a brown folder, so I kept it brown. I mean, it was just like easy, simple. I didn't do anything on those. So if you don't want to do anything, you don't have to. If you want to do something, you do it like now. Anyway, let's resume. We do have those 2 strips of 2 inches wide. Make sure, make sure that you can actually close, right? Okay, this one is good. And this one is good. Okay, so you get those 2 strips. Strip number 1, okay? Strip number 1, that's why you don't have to cover it. You're gonna glue right on there. Cool? Cool. So we're doing that now. Gluing. I am so sorry. I just think I'm doing string book journal, whatever you want to call them, for days now. I'm just like, what is that story? I don't know. It was like a Mercury retrograde, a full moon or something. I mean, it's just like, whatever. I mean, it's like, nope, Patricia, you're not going to make that video. Okay, talking about something else while I'm putting glue everywhere. Thank you to all subscribers And again, welcome, welcome, welcome. Also, if you're not a subscriber, I'm going to take this opportunity of gluing to let you know that you should be a subscriber because we do a lot of cool stuff here. And sometimes we have fun and sometimes it's just crazy. And sometimes video don't work, you know, all that. Okay, make sure that kind of close on both sides. Okay, good. Now, what I'm doing right now is this thing here is this. I don't know what it's called. I think it's like a keychain thing. It goes like this and like that. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. If you want to do a little ribbon, you gotta punch your holes differently. Oh, whatever system. If you're gonna put a little name tab or anything like that with brads, okay, whatever needs to go on the outside, okay, of the spine has to be done now. Like if you get to poke thing, whatever, you're doing it now. Did I say you do it now? I think I did. Okay. You take your pokey, and you figure out where you want that thing. Now, as usual, I need my pokey book. This is my pokey book. Okay, so I figure I'm gonna go here like that better, right? Yeah, good. Good, yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna go straight in the middle because it's not a bow thing. It's like more like a little ornament that's gonna dingle. You can put little charms or whatever you wanna do, right? But I mean, this is when you have to do it when your first strip is on. The strip is on. Anyway, so here you poke one, and I think I don't need that much. I'm gonna put here. I'm gonna tell you what the ends up being. I mean, if we want to be precise, which I'm never. All right, have about a ½ inch, right? Poke, poke, poke. Okay? So you have your strip here and you're poking in here. I'm taking, yeah, thank you, Patricia, for getting that ready. Yep. I'm taking the binding thread. I'm using a little kit. It's got everything like three different type of wax thread. It's got the pokey, it's got all kind of stuff, needles galore, and I think we're gonna put in the description box below because I think it's a good, I mean, of course you have everything already, but if you don't, you know, if you're like, how do I do those things, get that, because for the price, man, you cannot beat that with a stick. All right, we're gonna do this way. From the inside, we are threading. I mean, if this is a nice little relaxing project, it's very gratifying because before you know it, you have a full book. Didn't take you no time at all. All right, now, if you're gonna slide something in it, you realize that you cannot go too tight, right? Right, just saying, you know, because we're specifically doing this to put something in it, so we want to have it, okay, you stay in here, we want to have it, you know, snug, but no more than that. Okay, I think 3 turn is good. All right, so if you want to do a bow like I did here, right, then you're gonna poke here and there and then thread your ribbon. It's such a hard word for me, you know, around and make your little bow and everything. Don't make your little bow right away because, just saying, we're gonna have to glue something else and you don't want to have a ton of thickness on there. All right, now we don't need the pokey book, so this is what we have on this side. All right, we don't want a lot of thickness, so we're gonna cut. Not making a knot. I usually say nut. I have to be that's another word I got to be very careful. I was like, just make a nut. And people just look at me like, what is she talking about? Okay, I'm making sure I'm good here. All right, now I'm gonna do this. We don't really, okay, of course it's gonna have to be anchored down, but we don't care that much because we're gonna glue something else on top, right? So, but with the glue. Preferably, don't use glue stick, okay? Use glue that can glue, you know, thread and stuff like that. And next, what I do is I take some washi and I put that on top of it, and then this way it's nice and flat. Right, like so. Okay, not too hard, right? We get that done. Second strip, 2 inches. I mean, mine is whichever inches yours is. Okay, you double check. You never know. Double check. Yes, it is. It fits. Okay, so this one is fun. This one is. You're gonna have to take your ruler, you're gonna have to measure like 2 or 3 little things, so no big deal, okay? It's not like incredible thing. You're gonna have to pick the middle of it, and then you can write on that thing as much as you want, because that thing is straight. I'm not too sure. Let me see. Kind of. Okay, cool. I think it's a little bit. Hold on. I got to sliver. I got to take that sliver out. Okay, sliver is out. All right, so that's about 2 inches. I'm gonna use this side. Okay, so take the middle and you put a mark. Now, this side you're gonna be, hold on, am I using this side up? It doesn't matter. The side that you are gonna glue on, right? That's the side that you're gonna make all those. Let's put it this way. If you, because see, that's the spine that you should cover if you want to cover it. So of course you're not gonna make line where you covered something. You're gonna make lines on the other side, right? Right. All right. So you gotta take the middle of it. Then from the top, you gotta do a 1/4 inch down. That's the famous 1/4 inch that you get to add to your measurement if you want your string to be exactly 8.5, right? You remember we talked about that? Because you're not gonna string right on the edge, just saying. Okay, so you take a 1/4 inch here and a 1/4 inch there, about, okay? Just, and you know, you can trace all those lines in the back. You don't have to erase anything. This is like, life is great. Okay, and then from the middle, right? Your middle right there, you're gonna do a 1/4 inch and then a 1/4 inch. A 1/4 inch about, right? And then a 1/4 inch on that line. You get your middle, 1/4 inch, and your 1/4 inch. And then you do the same thing on the other side. You got your middle here, 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, right? So you should have, I mean, me, okay, I don't, if you do something very narrow, of course, then you're gonna have like only 3, right? Just saying. So if you're doing something wider, then of course you get more. Okay, so we got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, good. Now we take the pokey book and the pokey tool, and then you punch right in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? I just realized I didn't put the big light on. Let me do that. So, hey, guys, I don't know if you check how many subscribers. You are part of a whole bunch, the cool bunch, the wild bunch. Wasn't there a movie called The Wild Bunch? Well, that's us right there. That's where we do wild things. Okay. So, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same thing here. Okay? So, I'm gonna repoke here because I want to make sure I don't have to fight the needle. We poking away. That is so cool. You know, I had second thought about string books, this and that, and I figured, well, you know what, I can make one. I mean, this is not according to regulation. I can tell you that. I don't know how I mean, I know how they're doing it, but it's just got nothing to do with that. Anyway, but it works, so that's that. And you can put in, take out, because I did that 200 times already and that thing didn't budge. Okay, so now, you remember that thing that you bought for Thanksgiving to cook your turkey? That's what you're doing, right? Now, not the thick one, you know, the thinner one. Now, you get to kind of measure how many length you're gonna need. We are doubling every single one, right? Right. So you need 2 lengths per hole. But we're not gonna do 5 because we're gonna have like, I don't know, miles of string. So we do 1, 2, and then 1, 2, and then we take the return, and then we take for mistake, right? Cool. Because the worst thing is not to have enough. Now, what you do is you double the string all the way to the end, which means you take both ends and you put them together. You don't make a knot, not a nut, and that's it. That's your thread. Now, the only thing you're gonna have to be careful with, I mean, not excessively careful, but is to keep it straight, not all tangled up like this, right? Straight. Okay. Now, wherever you covered, let's say you covered, which side do you want to cover? This one or that one? Okay, let's say you covered this side, right? I'm gonna make, all right, that's the side that if you cover it, you have covered. So you know which side we're on. Take from the back and you put it in until you have at least, you know, that a little bit left, right? Now that's when you want to make sure your string is straight, which means the 2 strings are not tangled, right? They lay flat, nice and flat, okay? You press here, pick up, and go in that first hole right there. Untangle if it gets tangled, you know, twirl it the other way around, whatever you get to do, so it is straight from top to bottom, right? Yes? Yes. Okay. Now we go next door in this one here. We preferably keep it right, like so. And we do the same thing. Now, if it goes like this, you see what I'm saying? That's okay, because it stretches. So don't worry. I mean, it's not elastic, but it kind of loosen itself up after a while. So don't have to worry about that. I mean, if you think it's going to be too tight, it's not going to be too tight. Pretty much that's what it comes down to. Okay, and you get in there. Same way, you make sure they stay separated the right way. Right? Good, good. Now, we got those 2 little guys here that we're gonna take care of. Like right now, we're gonna put a little bit of glue, But again, see, this one is gonna be glued on the other one, so it does life and death situation. Take a little washi. This way, just keep it not only in place, but nice and flat. Bam. Okay, now this one, same thing. We agree, we like it. Yes, it's good. We do the same thing. Put a little bit of glue on. It's amazing to me how fast you can make those. I mean, I will be a testament to that. You can make plenty. Between all the one that I made for other reason, plus the one that I made in the first video, then in the second video, and now that one, I mean, you can make string books all day. Now, don't cover the, your hole here, right? Because you're gonna need that, all right? Bam, this is done. This part is done. Now, we're doing the other 3 that we're gonna put together. So, come on. We are measuring again, right? So 1, 2, and a little bit of return twice. 1, 2, a little bit of return twice. 1, 2. Now, and mistake, right? Right. Now, this one is going to be a longer one, but it's manageable. Okay, we just thread the needle, if you please. Or not. Patience you need. There we go. All right, and we do like we previously did, which means, okay, make sure it's not all twirly, and you put both ends together. Okay, grab both ends. Hey, you guys, so you know how to do that stuff. All right, cool. All right, where are we? Here. All right, we're doing the same thing. This is where, now you got strings, so, you know, it cannot be confusing. You go from the back, Same thing, you keep a little bit here. You make sure it's all nice and straight. Both of them. Not twirling. Not twirling. Really good. Okay, you hold it here. Go there. Of course, this one twirled. Untwirled. A twirly. One more. Good. Good, good, good. Where is it? Here. Okay. You go next door. All right. Same thing. Put it flat. Like so. Here. Good. Hold it. Poke it. Only one turn. And should be good. There we go. See, the deal is the two lines have to be parallel. That's what it's called. Okay, you go next door. Here, here. We're gonna adjust when we glue in the back. And then this one here goes in there. You're done. Oh, how hard was that? Let me think. Not hard at all. Okay, and then you got this. All right, so you pull a little bit here, not too much. There we go. See, you can do the staying flat test because you're in the back. You put some glue, 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 glue. Yeah, not on my fingers. I think this one is cut crooked. That's what it looks like to me. But anyway. I do really good crooked. Crooked should be my middle name because straight is definitely not. Here, and then we're doing the same thing here. Come on, glue, because I'm gonna need you a lot in about 5 minutes. So just stay handy right here. Okay? All right. It's nice, it's flat, I got glue everywhere. But in the meantime, no cheating, we got this. You see what I'm saying? Even if it's like this, when you make it flat, it's perfect, right? Perfect. Okay, now we're gluing this here, yes? Which is why whatever little poking you want to do for here, you have to do before we do that. Yes? Yes. And now we glue. And I'm gonna tell you what the best part is. Now you're done. You just have to frolic around in your little papers, see what you want to put in there. Now, you know, for the box, the book in the box thing, I know one subscriber was telling me, oh, you know, maybe you can keep papers. You know, at least it's all in one place. Oh, yeah, that is perfect. You know, everything that, or let's say you coffee half, right? I mean, we know you take as needed when you want. All right. Now this part here, this is when you take the big artillery, like the dictionary, the this, the that, and you just smack it here and you let it dry really well, which is why you don't put the little ringy thing. You don't put if you put the ribbon, don't make the bow yet. You know, all that jazz, right? Because that's got to lay flat and dry perfectly. So this is what you have. Your book is done. Let me show you how we put the pages. Okay, so of course your pages were, hold on, let me show you how you do this. Because that is so hard. I really want you to. So then this goes, okay, take the pokey, there we go. Not so much. And then slide it in. Take the pokey out. Blah, blah, blah. Close it. Bam. Right? Okay. That's what I wanted to do for that one, which is this one here. Right? Because then if it's in the box, I can take it in. I can take it out. This one's got over. I want to say, okay, that's it. You're done, right? I mean, you mat, you do whatever you want on it, but this is it. Your book is done. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have 10 signature. Hello. Now, but what I want to go through is how to put the papers in it. Now I have to locate the papers. Papers. All right. Whichever papers you're going to put in. I found out, because I made so many, the easiest way to go about it is from the back. You take the first string that you separate and you slide your paper in. It's not that hard. It's a little bit annoying, but once that is, you will see how good it gets, right? And then you have one. Yes, yes. Okay, don't pull like a maniac on the thing, right? But, you know, I mean, but it's strong. Okay, one. So you take another one, right? Let's say, this one here. Number two goes inside that string. Pull it. 2, 3. You go inside that string. And it's not, I'm not doing that for no reason at all. It's just because once you're done with that, your life is so easy. All right. 2. And I mean, they're kind of the cover of your little signature. So if you want to put special paper or whatever, you know, if you're doing something like a gift or something, that's when you put your special paper, which will be the cover of your signature, right? Right. Okay, that goes in here. I'm gonna take this, put it in the next one. Okay, I know you got it, but I want to do all of them so you get a better idea of what I'm talking about. And sometimes I have no idea what I'm talking about. But I mean, in this specific case, I kind of know what I'm talking about. Down. Okay, now, see, this is... Okay, you get to put it straight, because if you put it sideways, then it becomes wider than what it's supposed to be. But this is one of the reasons why you want to make sure your strings are straight, is because if you are all twisted in the top here, you're going to lose space. It is not going to be easy to slide, etc., etc. Okay? So make sure you take them in order, one after the other. Unfortunately, we're going to have to do that 10 times because I want to get to somewhere with that. So bear with me. Eventually, it's going to get sped up. And so you get a better idea of what I'm talking about. I hope you can see something. Okay. And then we get one more. Yeah. Okay, so now when the 10 of them are in place, right? Everything else become a piece of cake because then it just slides in like so. Because see, you only have one thing to deal with, right? And it just goes like that. Bam, bam. See what I'm talking about? I mean, it is so cool. I love those things. And now you can play with your little papers where you want to put here, where you want to put there, you know? Whatever. If you want to keep records or something like me, okay, my notes. Oh, here's my note. You know, I write in the car. Well, wait a second. At the red line, right? I write thing on pieces of papers. Then it gets flying everywhere. I don't know where it is. I know I had something jolted down, but where? Well, now I know where. It's in there, right? Right. This paper, I always forget I have those, right? So I'm just putting it in there. Then this way, if I go and I start flipping pages, I'm like, oh yeah, I could use that. You know, like all the specialty paper, the grid paper, whatever. You know, those things like, oh, I forgot I have those. Well, put a piece of each in there. I mean, see, I have those printed with number. I always forget I have those. And then it's like, oh, yeah, I got this paper, that paper, you know? Or if you want to make a little journal for somebody, I mean, really, what does it take? Nothing. Oh, that's my cool paper. What else I got? I got this. I want to do something with this. And this one didn't copy good, but I'm keeping it because, see, this one I want to keep because I got to do that birthday gift, which is a fake photo album, right? And I saw that in a magazine. I cut it off. See, at least I know it's here, not somewhere in a box, in a file or whatever, like I usually do. I have another thing that I kept. I got that thing. I love that thing. I don't know why. You know, like sometimes you love stuff, you don't know why. Okay, I love that background, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I just, I just want to keep it. And I know that's a safe place to keep it. I want to keep these two because I got something to do with that as well. So that's another project I have. Okay, anyway, but you get my, how do you say that? You get my drift, right? Oh, and this one, see, this one is really cool too. I like that thing. Now, it doesn't have to be in the middle either. You know, like pages where you already got like more than two, right? You don't have to go on top of that. I can go in the back of it and slide it. It's just gonna go in just the same. See, as long as you have one page, right, for each thread, you're good. I mean, it's just gonna, that's it. See? And I can keep adding up and adding up. And I got all my, but look, you gotta, and then at least you can spend time decorating it, making it cool, you know, but it's done. There's no big spine confusion or, you know, bam. And if you want to put it in a box, bam, it's in. I got this one with my little thing here. With the postcard thing, see? And I got all my pages in there. Writing pages, blank pages, printed pages, you know. It's so, I mean, it's so gratifying. It takes nothing, no time, no big, you know. Anyway, you like it? I sure hope so because I love it. Also, let me add, once you got your little spine done, like this, okay? You realize that you can use that system like any hardcover book that you have that maybe you don't want to touch the cover. I have another one here. It's an old one. Okay, maybe you don't want to touch the cover. You don't want to do too much to it. Just do the same thing. Take the width of the spine, make the spine, thread the spine, put it right smack into the middle. You're done. You have yourself a whole book journal. I mean, think about it. Once you have that, life is great. That's what I get to say. So you can really use it as, you know, those, I mean, if you're a beginner or if you got a lazy day or whatever, just make the spine, thread the spine, measure your width, glue it down, and then that's that. And then you can fill it out with paper, and here you go. You really use that book cover, right? Right. Just to say, you can do a lot of stuff with that little system. Again, thank you. Oh, and thank you for all your comments. Oh my gosh, I get cool comments, and I think I answered everybody. What's next is really cool, and that kind of can go also with the little string book, but it doesn't have to. You can just do whatever you want with it. I mean, paper is paper. Whatever you want to use it for, you do that. Then I got another project, and then another one, and then I got too many. Anyway, this is the one. I sure hope all got in the tape, on the tape, in the video, and keep your finger crossed it worked so you can watch it. And happy making, happy crafting. Bye.